Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am the Motorcycle Rescuer and this is Motorcycle Rescuer. So yes, welcome back to my channel. A couple of bits to do today on this. Left switch gear, which I've got in the box, and left black panel, which should be in the box, although the box looks quite small. Clutch lever back on, of course, I will find that and then piece it back together. It has some MOT, so we'll be okay from there. Interesting development on the CBF 125. I pulled down all of the adverts. I tried to put an advert on Gumtree yesterday and Gumtree declined the advert. Now Gumtree only do that when something's flagged up. Normally it's like it was a category N at some point, or category D or C, or etc. So you can't put it on Gumtree, which is ridiculous. However, on this occasion it has flagged up as stolen. And it's quite funny because me and John were laughing about it not long ago. We were saying, could you imagine if we put all this work in and it did flag up as stolen? Now we bought it from the guy's workplace, Quick Fit in Croydon. The guy was called Casper, with the green slip. So I think on this occasion the bike's genuine, but the police database wasn't updated. So I've been talking to the police this morning, who they weren't overly pleased that I didn't want to give them all of my details, but I said to them, I just don't want you guys poking around. I said, if that bike's stolen and belongs to someone, I can assure you I'll bring it back to them in much better condition than it got to me. But saying that, they are looking into what's going on now, and they will let me know where we go from here. My guess is that it was sold to Casper, genuinely, hopefully, and he sold it on because he couldn't get it running. That's my hope, guess, fingers crossed. If not, someone who lost their bike, who may be gutted out there, is going to get their bike back in beautiful condition, minus a fairing or two. But back to this one. Left switch gear here. Hopefully it's just the same wiring so that there's no messing around. It looks exactly the same. I'm sure it'll be fine. Brand new and potentially black left side panel. I'm shocked at how well these plastics came up. They look stunning. I polished the arse out of them the other day, and they still looked yellowy to me, but now in good light they don't. They look good. So that's great. And actually it does the job. Someone excuse me, someone mentioned a sticker set. They're like 85 quid, guys. You can get some good ones. They come here and they cover here, but I don't want to pay 85 quid for a set. Someone else can do that when they buy it. I mean, this bike's probably going to be £1,000 and it runs and rides beautifully. But let's get this kind of pieced back together. Let me get that switch gear on. I think it's connected under the tank, so I need to loosen up the tank and see where we go from there. Come on. Yeah, boy. So the new switch gear plugged in just under here, guys, and you run it up under the tank. So here it is. At this stage you're going to want to check it, so let's get the ignition on. Good, let's try horn. Oh, good. Let's try left indicator. Lovely. Brilliant. Let's try right. Lovely. And same here. We got anything there? Is that one not? That one's not, so I'll look at that one. Let's go back to the left. Okay, so yeah, I'll check the right, but we've got the right front, so wiring here probably. That's fine. That switch gear's working. Let's get that put back on, nipped up, so that that's all done and dusted and good to go. That's brilliant. I'm very pleased. And then we'll look at the black left panel and see, make sure that's good as well. We're getting there, guys. We're looking good. So guys, I've just had a call from an officer, a lovely lady officer actually, and it's a mistake. the bike was recovered. They're going to take the stolen marker off. That is our bike. We do legally own it. Thank God for that. John's going to be, you know, having babies. But I better call him and let him know. That's such good news. Clutch lever's back on. It's so disappointing I haven't got a silver one. New switch set is on. That's great news. I need to put a cable tie up here just to clean up these wires. But this thing's going to look great in a minute. But let me call John. Alright, John.
Hey, John, are you?
Yeah, I am.
I'm going to pop over. I'm only if you're around for a bit.
Alright, but be careful, because they said they have to put out a warrant for your arrest, mate.
Oh, fuck. Are you serious?
No. No, it was a misunderstanding. It was him. It was me or you, mate. No. It was a misunderstanding. The guy got the bike back, and he just didn't update the police. They're now taking... Yeah. Then I mean, I've had that before. They're now taking the marker off, but she said it can take a few days. But that doesn't matter, because ultimately, it's not a stolen bike.
Oh, that's wicked.
Yeah, that's sorted. Alright, so let's... That's not a suspension tweak. I mean, there's so many moving parts around this thing. That's this rubber rubbing off. Look, it's rubbing off the plastic. Go again. It just kind of all rubs. Front headlights on, guys. It's not the best. John's saying we should get a new seat cover and a new front headlight. That's probably 60 quid extra. But saying that, the bike is fairly mint then. But again, saying that, you know, this bike owes me £750 at the moment, and if you add 40 quid for an MOT, add 60 quid on top of that for a seat cover, that's 100 extra quid. That will owe me £850 and might sell for £1,000. I mean, I'll put it up for 12, but it could sell for £1,000. It's kind of not worth it. That's the whole point of doing a bike and just having it manageable, really. So I'm in two minds. I'll see. I'm going to advertise this bike because it's got the Lextech exhaust system, top to bottom, stainless. That's good. It runs and rides beautifully, although I am going to take it out again in a minute just to double check. But we'll see. Right, but this is it at the moment, guys. So it has polished up really well. The panels were the white was all really yellowy originally, and I've had to cut it back a good few times. So it's all done and dusted. It's polished up well. Everything works at this stage. Front light's it's got a bit of a burn mark there, but I think it would pass MOT. It has an MOT on it. I'll need to check that, but it has some MOT on it. And it's good, you know. I'm happy with it. I do need to get it started, get it idling, etc. I want to give the forks a bit of a clean. They're a bit mucky, and then I'll just run it up and down a few times there to see how we're looking. But otherwise, for me, it's a good bike that's ready to go. I've got the full logbook, and if someone was to throw me £1,000, they could take it today. But I am going to put it up for 12, I think, because it's good enough. New panel looks great over here, fully bolted on. You could get a sticker set for it, there'd be no issues there, it would really bring it to life, but again at 85 quid I'm not going to. The new owner can put any colour sticker set on they want. So, what's next? What do I need to do? Give the forks a bit of a polish, and then I'm going to fire it up, make sure it starts, idle it, and give it a quick spin up and down the road. This bike sounds amazing, guys. Choke's on at the moment. I'm going to give it a minute to warm up. I got a new professional stand, John. It's them old ones, they just kept breaking. This one's metal. No. Well, I think I'll order a cover. Guys, John's currently hiding from the police. Alright guys, last time I gave the camera to John, he didn't press the record button. Hopefully this time he will. Yeah, it's nice. Want a shot? Rear brake's a bit soft.
Right.
Headset does need tightening.
Okay.
Alright guys, rear brake's a bit soft, John, yeah?
Yeah.
Alright guys, rear brake's a bit soft, but it's not. It just has a bit of travel in it. I bet the pads are quite low. You missed the turn a little bit there, John.
I did.
Alright guys, so this is done and complete actually. It kind of does the job. It does everything it's meant to. It looks good actually, it looks much better. If no one buys it this week, I may buy a new seat and a new front light. But it's got a long MOT, it's still got MOT till September. It's ready to actually go, it's on the road. So this can be driven away for around between £1,000 and 1,200. It rides really well, it rides beautifully. The oil's brand new, the air filter's brand new. It's got that Lextech full exhaust system so it won't rust. You know, it's great, it will do everything it needs to do. So very pleased with this one guys. The pictures are up and this is going to go out the door very soon. In fact, I'm going to throw up the advert as we speak.